Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I cannot believe what I've just watched. Here in this second Ncaa Tournament Final Four game. These Final Four games, believe it or no, I've kind of criticized the tournament, a lot of others. Like, all one seeds is boring, but we got some great basketball games today. The Auburn-Florida game was really good. This game, insane, man. I have no words. I don't know how Houston won this game. Because Duke, you look on paper, they're the more talented team, more skill, but the will of Houston won this game. They were down by 14 points with 8:17 left. And then Houston scored 7 points in 14 seconds. This is an all-time Houston comeback, an all-time Duke meltdown. Houston had this type of comeback against Kansas early in the season. Like, they don't give up. Kelvin Sampson's team did not give up. They did not play well defensively for, it felt like most of this game until the last 10 minutes. They just locked in. Duke had a 98% chance of winning. Up 59-45. Then Houston had a big kill shot, which is like a 10 or more, 10 or above 10-0, like a 10-0 or more run. They outscored Duke 25-8 from that point on in the last 8-18. They outscored them 21-8 and made 9 of their 10 free throws. You can't teach grit and toughness. I know Duke was awful down the stretch. Duke really did throw it away.
These are luxuries you don't have to wait for.
And Cooper, nobody felt like wanted their ball in the hands in the clutch. They couldn't even inbound the basketball. And they had to call a timeout to avoid a turnover, and then they turn it over, and they give up an open dunk off of that. And including Cooper, nobody wanted the ball in their hands. He missed his last, 8 shots. He got to the rim every time he wanted. Then he just settled for these fall-away middies. The late game execution wasn't great. And Mason Gillis kind of started, that stupid technical that gave him a 6-point possession. And then Tyrese Proctor has 1-and-1 to give him a little breathing room. He misses the free throw. Cooper Flag goes over the back, and then there's 2 free throws for the 6-year senior Juwan Roberts. Hey, Taco Bell, Walmart, Pizza Hut. You don't have to accept him just yet. Just absolutely crazy. And the foul on Cooper Flag at the end, I don't know, but it was a loose ball foul. Might be a weak call, but hey, it shouldn't have come down to that. It shouldn't have come down to that big of a. It shouldn't have come down to that situation. But hey, Duke generational collapse in the Final Four.
And got great savings in coverage. Sounds like an expert outdoorsman to me.
That's all I wanted, man, was a Duke choke. The best freshman ever didn't win the national championship. Cooper Player of the Year Flag has choked so many times in the clutch this season. But I just got to give credit to Houston. His Final Four was great. Tyrese Proctor wasn't great in the clutch. Cooper Flag wasn't. Duke just went cold. I think the last 10 minutes they made 1 shot? They just went cold, man. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, Houston has the best defense, but for the majority of this game, it didn't look like it. But then they just locked in, and then they just went cold, just heartbreaking. Duke wasn't robbed by the referees, man. The referees weren't great. Houston basketball is just relentless, and Duke just didn't execute down the stretch. I have to wonder if the ACC's like a challenge hurt Duke, because just not enough close games to know how to build championship toughness. Houston won a ton, but had to execute a ton in the clutch this season. That Bananas Houston win at KU earlier this year was a foundation for this team. They're never beaten until the clock hits 0-0, and Duke just couldn't make anything. They made one field goal in the last 10 minutes and 31 seconds. They took their foot off the gas. I mean, they played tight and got away from what got them there. Like, they would double Cooper Flag and somebody would cut to the rim, be open. Like, then they just stopped running their actual offense about the 8:40 mark. Up by 14 because they're like, yeah, Houston's quit. They're done. And then they just tried to run the clock down, and they become completely complacent at both ends at that point. And just the execution wasn't good, turning the ball over, yip a dunk, and then a loose ball foul. But it's credit to Houston, but it's not good for the best freshman ever to choke. But anyways, that's just why I hate when teams do that. When they're up by like 13, 14 points, they stop running their offense, they just try to run the clock out. I'm like, you still gotta run your offense. Just because it's a 14-point game with 8:40 left, you can't just give up at that point. Tommy! It's not a point where you can say, oh, yeah, it's over.
The Florida Gators have had some second-half comebacks, and another one tonight.
And Duke's last 5 tournament losses was by 1 point, 4 points, 13 points, 12 points, and 3 points. You love to see it, man. Worst choke in years. This isn't because of the refs. I mean, maybe the call at the end on Cooper Flag wasn't great, but he still had a chance to win the game, and he missed the jump shot. Don't push a narrative, man. You score one field goal in the final 10 minutes, and you don't deserve to win. And Malawatch was a minus 20 in 21 minutes tonight. He didn't get any rebounds. But for the first 10 minutes, he felt like the most important player on the floor. But when you look at it, 0 rebounds for a 7'2" guy. 7'2" for nothing. Sometimes plus minus doesn't tell you anything, sometimes it does. And it looks like tonight was one of those. Duke was up by 6 points with 33 seconds. 13-3 run to close the game. This Final Four is great. But all I heard people was talking about was say, oh, Duke this, Duke that, Duke's great, John Shire's awesome. All that may be true, I don't know. I mean, sure, whatever. But don't sleep on Houston. I mean, he said that, because what a quote from Kelvin Sampson, 34-4 playing in that toy poodle league. They didn't need the refs to save them. You're up by 14 points. Win the game. And they got big turnovers at big times as well. I mean, that flag foul was not the greatest call, but when you only get one field goal in the last 10 minutes, I got to give credit to Houston and Kelvin Sampson, man. That was one of the greatest defensive master classes I have ever seen. Against a talented Duke team, they give up one field goal in 10 minutes. And, Duke blew the game, but give credit to Houston. And Juwan Roberts making 2 clutch free throws as well. Happy Duke lost. But I'm so happy for Kelvin Sampson. I like that dude. He's such a good coach. And how many times they've come up, how many chokes they've had in the tournament. he's had some really good teams his last couple of years, and I think they could have made it even farther if Jamal Shad didn't get hurt in the Sweet 16. I think one of those years. I think it might have been last year.
I couldn't be more proud. I'm not about to
So very, very, very happy for Coach Sampson, man. Duke was up 34-28 at halftime. Houston made some threes to cut the deficit. They didn't play well in the first half. For the second half, they were making some threes, but they couldn't get any stops. And then Duke got that 14-point lead and just kind of stopped running offense. L.J. Cryer, 26 points. Hell of a game from L.J. Cryer in this one. He was fantastic. 8 of 14 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3, 5 rebounds and assists, a steal. Excellent game from L.J. Cryer. That's going to be a hell of a championship game. L.J. Cryer, Walter Clayton. Juwan Roberts, 11 points, 5 assists, 12 rebounds, hit 2 clutch free throws, got a big stop on Cooper Flag. Walmart, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Wingstop. They will not be calling for your services yet, Juwan Roberts. Emmanuel Sharp, 16 points. Emmanuel Sharp, takeover. Milo Uzan, 7 points. Really didn't have a great game tonight. He was in foul trouble as well. Tugler, 4 points, 8 rebounds. He had a clutch putback dunk late in this game. That weak side tip in. Nobody covered him, and he was so disruptive in this game. Arsenault, 0 points. Malik Wilson, 2 points. Francis with 4 points. That's 35-4. Houston goes to the national championship game. As for number 1 Duke, ends at a 35-4 record. Cooper Flag, 27 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds for Cooper Flag. Missed the game-winning shot.
In college basketball, and we're going to have a heck of a championship game on Monday night. Listen, just walk in the locker room and say...
I mean, that flat foul on him at the end wasn't great, but the Gillis technical kind of changed the momentum. Houston was just really the tougher team and more focused team the last about 8 minutes. Knipple, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Proctor didn't have a good game, 7 points, I believe he was 2 for 8. Missed a clutch free throw there on the 1-and-1. Sion James, 7 points. Malawatch, 6 points. Malik Brown, 4 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Caleb Foster, 0 points. Gillis, 0 points. And Ngongba, 1 assist. But Mason Gillis with that bad technical, that cost him points. Might be a flagrant, I don't know. But anyways, cover your team stats. Duke, 21 of 53, 39.6% shot really well, just until they didn't. And then they were 7-17 from 3, 41.2%. 18 to 23 from free throw line, 70.3%, 34 rebounds, 13 offensive, 21 defensive, 14 assists, 4 blocks, 7 steals, 7 turnovers, and 15 fouls for Houston. 23 of 61, 37.7% from the field, 10 of 22 from 3, 45%, shot well from 3. Like I said, Kelvin Sampson's best shooting team. 14 of 18 from the line, 77.8%. But this is where it also hurt Duke. Houston out-rebounded them, had 45 total rebounds, 21 offensive rebounds, 24 defensive, 10 assists, 6 blocks, 6 steals, 8 turnovers, and 16 personal fouls. And Houston gets the win, 70-67. What a day, man! What a day of these Final Four games. Both teams rallied in the second half to get the win, and they went on a 9-0 run in the final 33 seconds, man. Houston basketball, no mercy, man, no mercy. But even with 1:26 to play, up 7, Houston outscored them 11-1. But Cooper Flag's next stop, going to the NBA. He also had 3 blocks, 2 steals, but missed the winning shot. But yeah, that's really all I got to say here for this video. So until next time, Malcolm. Peace.